So you guys ready for our first speaker? So we have a repeat, someone who spoke at our Ignite last year. Michael Neeley is here to tell us how to make money from our podcast. Does that sound exciting to you? Let's come on up. Welcome, Michael.
Thank you. All right, let's see when the timer starts. Looks like we're going. So today I'm going to highlight 7 of the many ways to make money in your podcast. And the number 1, of course, is to sell your own stuff. Now, there was recently a survey done which included just people who are actually monetizing their podcasts. And of those who are making money, they found that 62% of them are making their money by selling their own goods and services. So if you're thinking of starting your own podcast, you might want to start with thinking about what you have to sell. So if you are an author, if you offer coaching services, online courses, even live events, you can sell tickets to those like Podcast Movement as an example. Or if you have video trainings, these are great ways to monetize your podcast. Number 2, sell someone else's goods and services. If your tribe is a right fit for somebody, you can set up an affiliate relationship different from a sponsorship in that an affiliate is only going to pay you when you make a sale. Now, this can be really handy when your audience is still small because it only takes 1 or 2 sales to really have that affiliate be happy because they're not paying you anything unless you make a sale. And if you do make a sale, typically the commissions can be 50% or higher. So the first money I ever made with my original podcast, Consciously Speaking, was through affiliate sales, and I made several $1,000s just promoting other people's products. The next way that you can make money with your podcast is with sponsorships. Now, I know you've probably all heard of the shows like, JLD's Entrepreneur on Fire that does so much money in sponsorships because they've grown a large audience. But you don't have to have an audience that big, but you do need something that's going to show a return on investment. You need to have a fitting audience so that your sponsor gets some revenue back from it, some return on the money that they're going to put into your show, whether or not they make any sales. Make it worth their risk. Number 4, you may have heard of what's called a walled garden. This is when you offer people the extras, bonuses, goodies that they only get when they pay a small monthly premium. Now, that premium can be as low as 99 cents up to a few dollars, but it's kind of like the lemonade stand. You want to keep it at a really low price so that you generate some volume. And again, as your audience grows, this could be a nice way to supplement the monetization of your podcast. You also want to make sure that your extras are spectacular. You might want to give them transcripts of your show. Yes, people still read. And you might want to offer other bonuses like outtakes or some extra sessions that are not regularly available through iTunes or anywhere else with your podcast. Number 5, you can charge guests for the exposure that they get on your audience. I mean, think about it. You've put in a lot of sweat equity growing that audience, and at some point, people are going to start to come out of the woodwork looking to get exposure to that massive following that you've created. Well, you have to pay to have your podcast run. They should be willing to put some skin in the game and pay you for the opportunity. It's the way media companies have worked for years. And finally, to spiff that up a little bit, you can even add bonuses there. You can offer them a copy of the video or audio. If you do a video podcast, you might want to make that available to them. You can offer a private mailing to your mailing list, offer major social media promotion, make it worth their while. Now, number 6, this is a way to make money before you even launch. You can interview guests who are your ideal clients. Now, this is super cool if you've got a high-ticket item. The people that you're interviewing, you can actually find out what are their pain points. What is it during that intimate interview you can find out about them that could help their business, help them in what they do in the world, and then later in your follow-up call, you can offer your services to them, and your podcast has not even launched yet. And again, when you do this, you're actually getting past their gatekeepers because, as you know, if you're especially selling a high-ticket item, gatekeepers can be one of the biggest challenges of getting out there into the world with your offering. And finally, and that should be number 7, even though it says 6 again, a penny saved is a penny earned. My latest podcast that I launched is based on this fact that if you find that you have a passion or a hobby that you spend a lot of money on, why not turn it into a podcast? My new show, which is about to launch, is called Something to Whine About. I spend several $1,000s every year on wine. Now I can write all that off. And if I want to make a trip to Sonoma or Napa or even Italy, all I have to do is a couple of episodes and I can write it all off. So if you'd like a copy of these slides, you can text PM18 slides, and make it all caps, by the way, PM18 slides to 44222, and you can get a copy of these slides for you to keep, because I know that I whipped through it all really fast. So thanks a lot.